When Joe Biden first arrived in the U.S. Senate, sounds like a joke. Actually, many of you were not alive when that happened, but it was a long time ago. Gasoline cost 39 cents a gallon. The Sears Tower had just been built. The Miami Dolphins were good. He ran for president 3 times, committed quite a few gaffes. The years went on, and over time, the life drained from Joe Biden like sands through an hourglass, and he became empty, in effect, an empty vessel. Perfect for the ideologues transforming his party to transform the country. Ned Ryun has watched all of it happen. He's the founder and CEO of American Majority. He joins us tonight. Ned, thanks so much for coming on. I think a lot of us have misread Joe Biden because we knew Joe Biden. Anyone who's covered politics, been in Washington for a while, knows Joe Biden. Most people, including me, have always kind of liked Joe Biden because he's a hugger in a good way. But that Joe Biden is gone, and then you realize that's not a defect. That's the point. That's why the party likes him.
That is the point. I mean, he's literally, Joe Biden is now the front man for the AOC Sanders agenda. I mean, the Democratic establishment realized Sanders was never going to cut it as the nominee in a general election. You put Biden on the front of it, but it's the Sanders agenda in the back. It's like lipstick on a pig, still the pig of socialism. And you realize he is an empty vessel. He's a Trojan horse, as Trump has described him. He's not writing his tweets. He's not writing whatever's in his teleprompter that he can barely even get out correctly. And it looks like AOC and Sanders are actually writing all of his policy because they're using him to achieve their ends. They want to get universal health care, including for illegals, amnesty, reparations, free college, the Green New Deal. And I will say this, Tucker, the thing that's scary about all of this, if they are given power, that is an agenda that is only accomplished by coercion. This is coercive socialism. But to bring it even closer to home, Biden says he wants to end shareholder capitalism. And I want people listening tonight to understand he's talking about you. If you have a 401k and a pension plan, if you're a blue-collar worker, a union member, a retiree sitting in Florida living off your 401k or pension, a suburbanite with retirement plans, Joe Biden saying he is going to end shareholder capitalism, you are all shareholder capitalists. He's talking about destroying your dreams and ending your way of life.
I notice he's not talking about ending private equity capitalism. Those are his donors. And he's also not talking about ending neoconservatism. A Biden presidency would almost certainly bring us more pointless wars. So it is a kind of corporate leftism that he's offering, it seems to me.
This is correct. I mean, you see the rise of the corporatism, the woke corporations that are siding with the BLM and others. And I tell people this, Tucker, the thing that's pretty staggering about all of this, should Biden win, God forbid that he does, we're not going to have free and fair elections again. I mean, that you talked about amnesty last night for tens of millions, but potentially tens of millions of illegal immigrants. You tack on universal mail-in ballots, free and fair elections are over. And people have asked me, okay, we always say this is the most important election of our lifetime. I think you have to go back to 1860 to fully understand the implications of 2020. I mean, Donald Trump is the last bulwark for the Republic, and if he doesn't win, it's a descent into darkness.
I think that may be right. There are reports tonight that the president has endorsed amnesty for the DACA population. There's some confusion about whether that's true. There's a clip going around from an exchange he had on Telemundo in which he seems to say that the White House is suggesting that's not what he meant and that's not what he plans to do. Do you have clarity on that?
I don't, but I will say this, Tucker, if he's watching, there's only one executive order that you should actually be signing, Mr. President. It's the Buy America executive order that should have been signed 3 months ago. Yeah. Coming into the elections, we're 16 weeks away. You should not be signing anything in any way that gives amnesty to anyone. And those that are advising him to do such a thing, he needs to shut them out and follow his instincts. I have told him he's got some of the best instincts in politics that I've seen in years. Shut those voices out, follow your instincts. It's what helped him win in 2016, and it will lead him to victory again in 2020, but only if he shuts those voices out.
Yeah, I don't think we need to guess who you're talking about. Ned Ryun, great to see you tonight. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Tucker.